Hi everyone. So
Hello.
today Mahen is taking the first stint at driving the DEEPAL
Yes.
E07, which is a very interesting SUV because it's got a sort of pickup truck like canopy, and
Yeah.
we've got a sunroof above our heads.
Yeah.
And
Please concentrate on driving.
Oh,
Attention
yeah.
to safety.
See, and also
It's a very
equipped with a lot
safety-oriented
of
car.
safety features as well. I'm again really happy to be in the front seat of this SUV, which is a really interesting design. Also, it reminds me of the Cybertruck to an extent because the rear tailgate is something that kind of rolls into the rest of the body, and it
Yeah,
opens
it's like
up
a
trunk
upward
lid.
roller, right?
Yes, exactly. And this design also seems to be inspired by the Dodge Charger. If you look at the
The
front,
front,
lights,
yes, indeed.
yeah, and I think overall, Ashok, this particular model, this is the exact spec that we will get into Sri Lanka, thanks to our friends at Senok. Again, we got Mevan and Nalaka in the back with us. Big thank you to them as well, and also Tehran, of course, and
Oh, yes.
Tamali and the rest of the team for allowing us to test drive this amazing pickup. Could I call it a pickup or
I
an
don't
SUV?
know. It's a pickup or an SUV. It can be both, right? I mean, it's a very interesting proposition. I mean, it goes as an SUV, but it also seems to have the versatility of a pickup. So I guess we can say SUV with pickup truck bed or something like that. But yes,
Yeah.
it's very interesting. I mean, Tehran told me that they were getting something that looked like a Cybertruck, and
Yes.
I didn't know exactly what he meant because I couldn't think of any other vehicle that looked like a Cybertruck until I saw this thing, and then I was like, "Wow, what on earth is this?"
I know, right? And Ashok, this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, which also has a range of almost 540 kilometers.
Wow, once again, that's enough for Sri Lanka. That's more than enough for Sri Lanka. I mean, because where are you going to go that far? And charging networks across the country are now so prevalent that
Yes. Yes, and it's got a head-up display, like you said, Ashok. It doesn't have the standard
gauge
LED,
cluster,
LCD or LED screen right in front of you. So it's a very informative kind of head-up display where, Ashok, I see the lanes also and the vehicles that are like next to me, flanking me, or coming behind me as well, which is interesting, right?
Yeah, that's really good. And then we've got this massive center screen which shows the 360 camera, the AC, and I should mention, Mahin, we've got 4 cooled seats here. The front seats and the both outboard rear seats are cooled, ventilated.
Exactly, ventilated.
Really enjoying that one.
Yes, it's got a huge touch screen as well, and apparently when you say hi DEEPAL, it activates.
Yep,
And
we should also mention there it's DEEPAL, not
yes, it's
DEEPAL.
DEEPAL. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's also something culturally interesting, right, Ashok? A Chinese EV having a name which sounds a little bit more Indian / Sri Lankan as well.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a great example of how regional sort of integration, if you will, if that makes sense. I mean, but I gotta say, Mahin, also the quality. I mean, the quality of Chinese vehicles has come a long way.
I'm converted, Ashok.
You are. So am I. I mean,
Yeah.
Actually, Mahin, I think I was converted when I visited the SAIC or Shanghai Automotive facilities way back in 2019.
Right.
And that was like a massive eye-opener for me at that time. And now seeing what's coming 2025, it's like a galactic leap. And what I'm trying to show you here is this very soft touch Alcantara kind of thing on the dashboard. We've got leather seats. We've got metal speaker grills. I mean, everything's, yeah, it's very well put together, Mahen.
Yeah, and it's not gaudy in here. It's simple but luxurious. As well as the steering wheel, Ashok, it doesn't have a badge on it, which is also quite interesting. Usually every vehicle you see a badge in the middle of the street.
This doesn't have a badge at all.
It doesn't. Very simple. But I like it. It's minimalistic also to an extent.
Yeah.
We got an interesting dark color. It's a black, I believe, kind of some shade of black. And yes, it may not accentuate some of the accents or trims of the vehicle, but I think it's a color that goes well with this car. And I'm pretty sure all the other colors that we will be getting, roughly how many colors, Mevan, would we be getting? Around five colors.
I think that's...
And is it like a dual tone option, or it's a single tone option? And we got 21-inch alloys. It's got a 190 kilowatt motor. And man, I couldn't floor it. If you don't mind, I'm going to do another loop, and I'm going to let you drive afterwards, Ashok.
Yeah, you should definitely experience and see how this thing moves, because I mean, that's very
Yes,
smooth, isn't that?
Very smooth.
Exceptionally smooth,
Yes,
I have to
yes,
say. This
yes.
vehicle is,
That is true, Ashok.
I mean,
And
it's super smooth. You know?
yeah,
I mean, and that's the other thing of these Chinese EVs. It's the refinement, the ride quality. I mean, while I was looking at this vehicle when it was being detailed at Senok, I realized that the front windows are actually double pane glass, which
Yes.
is basically sound insulating glass. So,
yeah, exactly. So I saw that on the S7 Ashok, which had frameless doors. How about this? I forgot to check. Is this frameless as well?
no, this is not
it's
frameless.
It's not frameless. But yeah, so Ashok, this is an SUV, and in terms of driving position, etc., it's great. Again, it's a little different. I mean, it sits a little lower than probably a Hilux or something like that.
Yeah, it
Right?
does.
But
does.
it's pretty cool again. Like, I mean, I saw so many heads turning. I'm
I know,
happy to
right?
be driving this, in Colombo. We are one of the first again. Big thank you to Senok.
Yeah, huge
And,
shout out to Senok for that.
yeah,
Really appreciate it.
I really like the drive. It reminded me also of the Sangyong EV we checked out, the Taurus.
Oh yeah, the Taurus
The
EVX.
yes, right? To an extent, it has a bit of that feel also in terms of how I feel driving it, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
And,
the
yeah,
SUV
it's
itself,
very
I mean, when I
nice.
drove it, felt really tight and, really well put together and refined. And even the ride, I mean, we are going to go some rumble strips, Mahen.
Okay,
Let's see.
how
I
it
think
goes.
that's like a really good acid test for, how the suspension is.
Exactly.
And,
Very good.
I should also point out that the temporary plate which we have to carry by law and is placed in the windscreen did not rattle that much at all. I mean, we didn't hear it. I mean, we've been in vehicles where that thing has like jiggled itself off, right? But
Yes.
here,
Yes,
exceptionally comfortable.
correct.
And I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at the rear as well. There's a lot of leg room back there. I mean, look at that rear space. There's a lot of space back there. Everyone's comfortable.
Yeah.
This is truly nice family
Everyone's
vehicle.
looking at this car.
Yeah,
And
but
we got a BYD Atto going over there.
yeah,
another
the Atto
electric
3.
car.
Yep.
And we're gonna.
And there's
a police truck coming out of there. Messed up my.
Yeah, it's okay. Let him
lane.
go, and then I think you can just give it a little bit of.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
Wow. Very smooth. Very smooth, Ashok.
Now this is
Oh man.
smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's very comfortable, honestly. Like, I don't fake my emotions, Ashok. Like, this is
That I know you don't.
this is great. Honestly, I'm converted, and I mean, hats off to the Chinese manufacturers for doing.
I think because
so
what we've
great.
seen with Chinese EV makers is a lot of consistent and continuous improvement.
Exactly. And the build quality, how it feels, Ashok, the styling, everything is just amazing.
I mean, I'm just gonna bring in a sentiment here that I saw from one of my favorite automotive shows, naturally, Top Gear, where Jeremy Clarkson and the trio of them did a feature in China, and this was, I think, after 2010, definitely before 2020. It was after 2010, and I believe Clarkson said something along the lines of, in a few years' time, Chinese cars are going to take over the world. And
I think you told me that.
I told you that, right? And well, Mr. Clarkson, the proof is in the pudding. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they are certainly taking over Sri Lanka. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to be getting behind the wheel, and let's see how this thing fares.
And one more thing, Ashok, another one of my idols on the 4x4 front, Ronnie Dahl from Australia, Four Wheeling Australia is his channel. I follow him a lot too. And he tested out the Hilux, etc. And I'm excited to see if he gets a chance to test this vehicle out also, because the BYD Shark was tested on 4WD 24/7, 4-wheel drive 24/7. I saw that. I'm looking forward to see more channels
let's
review
see.
this vehicle.
So these are definitely worthy of review.
Yeah, and this is from us to you, from Sri Lanka to the world.
So now I'm going to get behind the wheel and see how this thing pans out. I'm going to hand the gimbal to you, Mahen, and do
Okay.
still need to get used to these doors.
Yeah, the seat is going back automatically because they are memory seats.
Switch gear. Make a at least this.
Okay, so we're getting
Eco mode. It was in eco mode.
Yeah. So I kind of figured it was going a little slow. Then I realized that I didn't want to mess things up. That's okay. But it would have been amazing in like the normal mode.
But even in eco mode, it
Eco
gave a
mode,
good.
It was very nice. I think that's why it was like that smooth. I think it will be still smooth, but you'll feel it. I would have been smiling a little more then.
But how did you do
Yeah. No, you have to put it on the top.
That's a sport.
Yeah, no, it was in Eco.
Okay.
Right, cool. So now we have Ashok, Mr.
Okay,
Ashok.
so now I'm behind the wheel.
Yeah,
and
behind the wheel. Let me know if you have any trouble seeing the other side.
so far so good.
We got a
Yep,
Ford
I'm gonna let
Ranger
him go
on the
because
left. Yeah, everyone's looking at us.
Yep.
And we got a
he's slowing
Mahindra.
down even.
And
he's definitely slowing down for it.
Ashok, did you notice the head-up display? You can really see all the vehicles.
Yeah,
without even
wow.
looking
This
at-
is like seriously more than the SUV has, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, this is a real
this has a 540 degree cam, which is interesting. You can see,
540.
yeah, you can see the passengers inside, and also you can record while traveling. You know, so it's like
It's
an
a drive recorder kind of.
yeah,
thing.
inbuilt kind of dash cam, right? If you will.
That's really good because the dash cam is important nowadays, Mahen. I mean,
Yeah,
we have so many things happening on our roads, and if you don't have proof of it, you know,
exactly.
can go either way kind of thing. So with the dash cam is always a great thing to have.
Yeah, safety.
And yeah, I mean, this feels very, very tight and very pleasant to drive, and you know, it's exceptionally comfortable too.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's just give it a little burst.
yeah. Oh.
Okay, may the kick wasn't as much. I don't know if I'm
As
mistaken.
S-
What do you think? It wasn't
S7?
as much as the S7,
No,
right?
it's probably because this is a heavier
It is
car.
heavier, yeah.
And although it does carry a bigger motor, I guess with this kind of weight, it kind of allows you to gradually progress forward. But yes, the S7 kind of felt a little faster. Probably.
I'm going to
it's a
bring you
weight
to an
factor.
interesting comparison also that several years ago, where Motormag we did a four-way test of Jaguars,
Yes.
and we had an XE and an XF.
Yeah.
Both had the same powertrain,
Right.
and naturally the XE was quicker
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So
because of the
that's-
small, shorter. It was also the nicer one to drive, I think. Like sport in terms of sporty driving,
Yeah.
was the nicer one, but the XF was more
Yeah.
luxurious and more laid back. So
Yeah.
I think the power and the power delivery and everything kind of suits a vehicle like this because I mean, yeah, it's a family
Yeah,
hauler, it's a pickup truck, so you've got enough performance to thrill you, but you don't have too much performance to like make things uncomfortable for everyone else. I know, for example, my wife would not be pleased if I was flooring it all the time.
Oh, it's nice.
That's in comfort.
Man, love it.
And I also like the fact that it's very easy to modulate the power, you know.
Yes. It's like silky smooth, Ashok.
Yep,
Like,
and I'm just
honestly
gonna
impressed.
take this corner at a little bit of a speed to show
Okay.
how it stays pretty flat actually. Did you notice that, Mahen?
Yes,
it
I
stayed
did.
fairly flat.
I did.
So that's also a good thing. And of course, the interesting question, I'm just going to do another loop
Yeah,
and then we'll come
for
and
sure.
stop here.
Yeah.
The other question is, okay, how will it handle when it's loaded? Like, for example, given that it has a pickup truck kind
yeah, in the
of cargo
tray,
area and things
yeah.
like that. What is the payload capacity of this?
300.
350 kilos. I think that's more than enough for the average family, given that, you know, nobody's going to be taking, like, I don't know,
Hauling
bricks
people.
and lumber and cement bags and all in something like this.
How about
I
some
would
people
never.
you don't like?
People I don't like. No, even them I wouldn't.
Right.
Them I'd put in a rusty old Hilux. Preferably where the bed is half rusted away.
Still, you can't kill the Hilux, bro.
That is true. You can't kill a Hilux.
Yeah.
But I got to point out another thing I really like about this is that even though it's a pickup truck kind of concept and an SUV together, the rear overhang is not that large, Mahen. So it's going to be a lot easier to reverse park and, you know, to maneuver and that kind of thing, because
Yes.
we've driven some pickup trucks that are quite long naturally,
Yeah.
and as a result, you know, you have to be more mindful of the rear kind of thing,
Mm.
especially when you're backing into spaces.
Correct.
There's a guy who's in a mighty hurry. I'm just going to let him go because he needs to go to the toilet or something the way he's going. But yeah,
Yeah. And yeah. Okay. Gimbal is playing up, and
gimbal is playing up. Those things happen sometimes. Yep.
I mean, yeah,
That's
that's
okay,
good.
but
That's good.
It's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
I mean, they say AI is taking over the world. I didn't expect it to come at this level and so soon, but
that's good. That's good.
but yeah, there's quite a bit of AI in this vehicle as well, I believe.
Yeah.
From its voice control system to its Snapdragon powered infotainment system.
18 speakers.
18 speakers. You've got wireless phone charging over
Oh,
here.
Yes, I could have used that if I didn't have my phone on the gimbal.
That is true. So yeah, we've got a lot of neat features in this vehicle, and I've got to say I'm feeling very, very happy behind the wheel of it. In fact, in a alternate Sri Lanka where we weren't taxed so heavily on vehicles, I would even consider this kind of thing for my family vehicle, because ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, and for 30.6 million or that range, 30 to 31 million, I think this is a really decent deal considering the prices that we are experiencing in the country right now.
That is true, and the luxury proposition too. I mean, this
Exactly.
is firmly a luxury
Yes.
vehicle. You can't put it any other way.
I
It's
know.
competing in the luxury segment.
Yes.
You know, I also like the fact that these multifunction controls on the steering are very minimalistic and they kind of have a Tesla look to them too.
Correct.
I mean, you have got the two roller knobs here and you've got the 360 camera button and stuff there. I mean, there's been a bit of Tesla inspiration, hasn't there, Mahen, in this vehicle?
Correct. I also noticed that not just in this, but in the other DEEPAL, the S7, I noticed the same as well, Ashok. But again, I think in terms of build quality, how it feels like inside, how it drives, I'm really impressed.
So am I. I mean, everything feels tight. It feels properly put together. You've got some decent panel gaps here that are consistent. The shut lines feel consistent.
Yeah.
I don't see anything rattling or rolling or rocking or, looking like it's going to fall apart kind of thing. It's very well put together in terms of quality, I've got to say.
Yes. Correct.
And we have been a bit critical in checking those things out too, because we should, right? Especially when you're getting a luxury product, you want to make sure that it's pretty sound.
Correct.
So in this sentiment of things, I think what you get here is very good for your money.
For sure. Okay, Ashok.
Yeah,
and
I'm putting it into park.
Done with.
Yep, and as I open the door,
DEEPAL
Mahen, you'll see how the seat goes back. Oh, your gimbal has gone crazy again.
Okay, we're good.
Cool. So yeah, there you are.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. Do subscribe. There's more interesting content coming out, and a big thank you to all of you around the world for supporting our channel, for sharing our videos, liking them, and subscribing, obviously.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to us.
Yeah, and a big shout out to everyone else who inspires us, like Top Gear and Ronnie Dahl, and
there's so many. I mean,
Haggerty and everything.
Autocar UK,
exactly.
Car Magazine, Chris Harris. So many people have shaped.
I know,
what
right?
we are today.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be a channel like that in the future.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Have a good day.
Yeah.